Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Take a look at this site. Is it for real? Frank, I've never seen anything quite like this as we get set to call it for EA Sports. Rich Lerner behind the microphone, and we welcome you to this par 73 course that offers, well, this is an understatement, elevated tees and crossing canyon tee shots. Frank, what's the player need to look out for?
Well, you've got to look out for the other added value of shot making here. There's the odd shot you can actually bounce off the rock faces. So if you can't find the normal way from A to B, just look left or right or even above, and you just might find another way to get to Nirvana.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
None other than the great Tom Watson said that Snedeker has great imagination, Frank.
Yeah, we still haven't seen the best of Brandt Snedeker yet. Dabbled in a couple of major championships, got very, very close to winning the Masters as well as the Open Championship at Royal Lytham and St. Anne's. Just the way, his style of play. Very, very simple golf swing and a great putter.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Second shot now for Ricky Fowler. This is the second shot at the par 4. He is capable of going on some torrid runs. This would be a birdie for Fowler. One under early in the round. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Stenson with a birdie opportunity. Shouldn't be a problem here. Good putt, and now 1 under par. Nudge this one home, finish it up. -1 for the day. This is the second hole. It is a par 3, some 285 yards, and Frank, you don't want to get lost there to the right.
Well, that's for sure. It looks like an old ruins of an old fort there. 285 yards, though, but we are at altitude, so we can take a little bit off for that. Plus, the green is some 36 feet below the level of the tee, so you can nearly take another club off of that. The two front bunkers, they really save you more than anything. And that green, as you can see, is a perfect circle.
This won't hurt him. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. He just missed the bunker.
Should be safely on deck.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Blixt with a birdie attempt here. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
So 2 under early on. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Now 2 to the good side. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Nice par to remain 1 under. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Everything's scary on this golf course, Frank.
You could lay up and just play it as a 3-shotter. But then again, how many times do you get to play in amongst the Grand Canyon?
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, it took some prodding to get me up in the hot air balloon, but now that we're here, I can't believe what I'm seeing. The views are just to die for.
Well, Rich, it certainly was a first for me as well to call golf from a hot air balloon, but I guess we did have the best seat in the house to see all of the canyon from that area. The way in which the golf course weaves its way through, I think is just is something that I've never seen before. Donkeys instead of caddies, the bison tee markers. You could almost see history evolve in that, and the fact that we now have a golf course in this area, and we have a bird's eye view of it.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Frank, the beauty of golf, we're not playing inside a dome with no wind. You have to be able to handle the elements.
You do, and that's really where the better player comes through. On a day like today, anything around par is going to be a good score, so just adjust your own mental par.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And this attempt will be from about 130 yards. This will be the third swipe at it. Make it about 110 yards. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Boy, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Brant hovering over a birdie putt. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Good score going. Now at 2 under par. To -2 early in the round. And he's putting for par now. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. He'll take par and move on.
Now move ahead to the fourth. A very short par 4.
Just an iron off the tee. You want to play this one for position. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Second shot now for Jonas Blixt. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. The second shot now to the par 4.
Second shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed. man.
Just pushed it.
That hurts. Brandt Snedeker for birdie.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed the bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball. Jonas Blix, the Swede, is one of the game's better putters. Let's see what he does with this one. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
So a tester from 4 feet. Holding steady now at 2 under par. This would give him the par. Good effort and a good par putt. Two under par for the round. All right, Frank, let's see what he does.
Yeah, blind tee shot.
This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there.
That's as bad a shot as I've seen for a long while.
Frank, this is always such a difficult spot for a golfer. You just hit one out of bounds, you're trying to regroup.
He's going to need to more than regroup now.
Now on his third shot after being penalized for going out of bounds.
Yeah, tough break really, Rich, on that last shot. It just got away from him.
There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living. Hazard?
Maybe wet. Well, this is always one of the toughest moments in any round. You've made a mistake, you hit it OB, you're disappointed, but you have to regroup, you have to focus, and try to get this next one in play. Now playing the fifth because it was out of bounds on that previous shot. Once you hit double par, it is time to just pick up and move on. Count that as a triple bogey. Ouch. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Now that is a shot that will be replayed over and over. And getting ready for the putt. He'll need to be strong with this. Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. It's a bogey bid now for Fowler. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Well, Frank, in golf we see shots over bunkers, certainly shots over lakes, water hazards, what have you. But safe to say this is the first time we will have seen a shot over a moving train.
The only hole that really comes close to this, Rich, would be the 17th hole at St Andrews, where you're hitting over the railway sheds. But this is a physically moving railway. Plus the arches to be taken into consideration. Normally, a hole of this length, big advantage to a longer hitter. The longer hitter has to watch out for the top of those arches. If you catch one really good, well, you might just actually catch the arch.
You might need to hop on that train because this is a long hole at 625 yards, this par 5 sixth.
Oh, that's it. New member of the 300-yard club.
Good poke right there. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that? Oh, that's fine.
Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Here's Brandt Snedeker now on the approach shot. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
This is a 99-yard shot. Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
Snedeker with a birdie attempt. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away. Instead, straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
This to drop one shot for Henrik. Just a couple of feet. So into red figures at 1 under. Now with the par 4 7th hole, this an unusual fairway to say the least, Frank.
It's special. The reason why it's special, because it's shaped like an S. If you play it as a straightaway hole, then you're going to have to stay before that rock crop and then be far enough back that you can at least get over it in a direct line to the green. Otherwise, you're going to need a bit of a cut off the tee, and that would be fairly brave. Easy way, because the hole's not too long, would be to lay it up. More difficult, more enjoyable way is to cut it to the right and try and find a gap.
Frank, it really is an ingenious design here.
That's an absolute beauty. There's something about a well-hit shot.
Second shot now for Ricky Fowler.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This, the second shot here at the par 4.
Second shot. It's that sneaky distance.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
He has this putt for birdie. Good putt, now at -3. Oh, look out, here he comes. 4 under par now after that birdie. They'll take it. That's a par. Two under par for the round. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th hole here at the Canyon, length and accuracy are paramount.
They certainly are, Rich. Obviously, some of the longer hitters might be able to reach this hole in 2, even though it's over 700 yards. For the mere mortals, though, a little unusual feature here in the second shot area. If we look ahead, 2 bunkers on the right side that are adjacent to that rock wall on the right. And, well, you actually need a step ladder, really, to get into those bunkers. They look like 2 little basins filled by sand. We hopefully don't see anyone playing out of that.
2 ways to take a bath here. You could take one left in the Colorado River, not advisable, or you could take a sand bath over there on the right. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Let's see what Ricky Fowler can come up with here on the approach. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. So this is the third shot to the par 5. Settles in over the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
These putts keep the round together. How about that? 4 under par. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. now at -2 for the day. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. So, Frank, it's more than 600 yards, and you would think, well, wait a minute, there's no way this should be a par 4. But because
it shouldn't be, Rich.
But because of the elevation and the altitude, it's playing, what, in the high 400s, somewhere in there?
It's still downright mean. It is. It's mean.
And take 2 of your best shots to get home. Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Frank, such an advantage when you can hit it that far.
It's not fair.
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it. It just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Second from an excellent lie. Frank, you think about the great rivalries in sports, the Yankees and the Red Sox, Ollie and Frazier, and in golf, Nicklaus and Palmer. Great athletes, great teams, pushing one another to great heights.
It's amazing how that's gone forward too, because Nicklaus and Palmer really became Nicklaus and Watson. Then there was like Norman Faldo, but some would say that Faldo Ballesteros, 6 majors to 5, was even more important. But in this era that we're in now, I think we're all praying for that Woods-McIlroy rivalry. Woods with 14 majors, McIlroy already with 4. That really is one to salivate over. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. Locked in on the read and the speed.
A lip out's fine as long as it doesn't happen to you.
This is a par bid for Fowler. Oh my goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh yeah, you'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
He needs this for par. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Has it, and he's 2 under par. So we're ready to start the back nine. Rich Lerner for EA Sports, along with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us a little bit about the 10th.
Yet another tight tee shot, Rich. This time the canyon is on the right side, though. And you can see that left side well protected by that wall of rock. Not an overly long par 4, but once again, you've got a thread of drive down there to have any chance to really see this flag.
These are always tricky. Severe downhill to that green. Good swing, good shot yet again. That will be a great look at birdie. Second shot now on the way for Brandt Snedeker. Not a long shot, only 120 yards, but the wind is an element that'll have to be considered, coming from behind. See if he can clip this one perfectly, drive it in there from about 120 yards. Ricky can pick up a shot right here. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Birdie putt on the way for Henrik. Here's Jonas Blix now, ready to putt. Has it going, 3 under for the round. He has this for birdie. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Here at the par 4 11th, that green tucked back behind the canyon wall, Frank.
Yeah, it's not overly long. Once again, though, we're going to need a nice tee shot. This hole bends in the opposite direction to 10, slight dogleg to the right. So the canyon is on the left side, and that green's so well protected by that little crop of rock that's in front of it and to the side. So a good tee shot there, really, to get a look at that flag. Otherwise, you're going to play a blind second shot over the corner of the rock. Very narrow fairway, though.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Second shot now for Jonas Blixt. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Second shot, good look at the green. Settles in over the putt. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Fowler for birdie. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Nice par to remain 3 under. Up to the par 3 12th, and again, I've said this before, Frank, you do not want to miss it left.
All long. This green just juts out there at a 45-degree angle. Must fly it all the way through the air. That bunker might save you, gives you about another 5 or 10 yards, but you've referenced it long left, and you will be in trouble.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
110 yards to the flag. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Frank, I think that went in.
It's a what? It's a hole-in-one.
He made an ace. That is unbelievable. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Three under on the day. For birdie. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
How about 7 under par now? I don't want to play it, I just want to look at it.
If you're thirsty, it might make you thirsty, that's for sure. Of course, all that lovely water, courtesy of the mountains.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
Ooh, looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
He's hit it very close, and he will have that, Frank, for an eagle.
Amazing how quickly the round changes. He'll quickly pick up 2 shots on the field.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Second shot.
has this from 170 yards away. Here we go. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Ricky Fowler for eagle. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Well, they don't come around too often. Opportunities for eagle. You want to seize it if you get the chance. This is a good one here. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Now at 5 under for the round. Oh, look out. Here he comes. 4 under par now after that birdie. Nudge this one home. Finish it up. How about that? An eagle. So back-to-back par 5s, 14, Frank. I've heard you describe holes before. Have a go at this one. I'm curious. Go ahead.
Well, I never thought I'd be talking about a par 5 that can stretch over 900 yards, but this is it. Fortunately, we're at altitude. Fortunately, this hole plays a little downhill. That's about it. The rest is all up to you, because it's going to take 3 absolutely beautiful shots to reach this par 5 into a sliver of the fairway all the way across the side of the mountain. And somehow, not only do you have to hit it once, but you've got to hit it twice just to have a third shot at this par 5 green. The great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow through. All those things are still very valid today. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Oh, I liked that.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Seems to like it. Headed for the back part of the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Well, you could hear it right off the center of the club face. This has a chance to be close. Now the third shot at the par 5. and getting ready for the putt. Stenson with a birdie opportunity. One of the game's better putters, Brandt Snedeker, is set. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. So makes the putt, and now at -6. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Down to the par 4 15th, sharp dogleg to the right.
Yeah, sort of wrap around hole. Ideally, aim left. This time we're heading away from the canyon, so it should be a little easier to breathe. But still, another good drive is needed here. Thread it down through there to at least have a look at that green for the second shot. Well protected, this green at a 45-degree angle to the right. Relatively flat hole, but it does serpent its way all the way down till you get to the green.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Wait, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
He'll need to be strong with this. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Blixt with a birdie attempt here. So with that make, now at 7 under par. Settles in over the putt. And he has it for birdie. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Good round going at 6 under. Just a couple of feet. You love to watch him disappear, don't you? Now to the par 4 16th hole, and Frank, again, the canyon comes into play. The wildlife is out here. We have the hot air balloons with the gallery gathering in just the most unusual setting I have ever seen.
This is an absolute bizarre hole, really. It just turns around. It's in the shape of a U. And the best view of that green, really, is to drive it all the way down the corner and down the right side. The right side, of course, is the closest to the canyon. There's a lot of wildlife up the top here. Not only that, but this hole also plays uphill. So this is probably the hardest tee shot on the golf course.
It's almost like a question mark, and you have to be asking yourself,
the question.
What in the world am I doing out here? How do we play this? Just enjoy it. Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. You know, that one is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Second shot now for Jonas Blixt. Frank, when you look at great rivalries in sports, you realize that athletes need each other. Joe Frazier needed Muhammad Ali to achieve greatness, to achieve legendary status. And in golf, Tom Watson needed Jack Nicklaus to push him to another level.
And also to define an era. Without one, we couldn't think of the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s or the 2010s. You need those players to define that era. So you need competition. Competition is not without rivalry.
F-O-R-E. Translated, look out.
This is a mistake.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons. Well, this is a humbling game, isn't it, Frank?
Well, shots like that, not to be proud of. This is not going in the intended direction.
Might need GPS to find it. Oh, man, not a good shot at all.
It was wicked.
Frank, you're in the business of analyzing golf shots.
I don't want to see that one again.
That will be 4 over par on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. It's a good-looking putt right here. He might... Oh, he's gonna love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Good, confident stroke. That's what you like to see. Putting for par. Stays at 6 under. Clean this up with a tap. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Just 2 holes left. The 17th is a par 4. Frank, looks like a bowling alley, not a golf course.
Yeah, it is, but you could easily get a strike down here, that's for sure, because you'll knock over more than pins. Anything left or right is going to hit one of those mountains on either side, but hopefully will bounce all the way back to the fairway. So it might play a little wider than what first your eye sees. Second shot's going to play slightly uphill again to a green that pitches slightly back towards you, plus 2 different tiers.
Good contact, good result. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Excellent looking shot here. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Here's Brandt Snedeker now on the approach shot. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Frankie has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know, the FedEx Cup, Rich, I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Pretty good effort right there. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. A birdie try coming up for Jonas Blixt. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Good round going, -7. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. And now to the finishing hole.
A monster par 3.
Hello, where are we, Frank? Where's the green?
It is down there, that's for sure. Bunkers short and behind. They'll really help you if you misjudge your club selection. Apart from that, there is a green down there. Anything other than that will be a trouble.
Oh, this could be good. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. 200 yards left to where that hole is cut.
Should be safely on deck.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Shouldn't be a problem here. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Ricky Fowler, one of the game's most aggressive putters for birdie. So finishes the round with a 66. Jonas Blix, the Swede, is one of the game's better putters. Let's see what he does with this one. 7 under on the day. Par attempt here. Has his par.
Second shot.
Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this tournament plays out.